All right, so this series that we're gonna kind of go through, we're gonna go through a bunch of different kind of drills to make you a better golfer, a better ball striker, swinging faster without as much effort, more efficient, less injury through reprogramming how you swing. Now, each person is gonna need a different kind of cue, all right? Everybody learns a little bit differently. And so the individuality of the learning process and learning these kinds of drills is not going to be the same for each person. Each person needs to be assessed with how they're swinging to kind of determine which cues somebody needs to actually make these drills work for them. But the drills that we're going to go through are perfect in producing the correct ground forces that we really want in our golf swing. What that's going to do is then allow us to have a effortless swing that's reproducible, it's consistent, it's also going to be safe, preventing a lot of injuries, but also increasing speed and better contact. Like, who doesn't want that? But the simplicity of them, don't overlook it. They are simple. The drills are very simple, but sometimes very hard, especially if you're programmed for a certain kind of swing or you have certain kind of beliefs about the swing. It may make it challenging to adjust to these differences. But a lot of what we're going to go through is based on golf biomechanics out of Dr. Kwan's research and his instruction of teaching me. TPI background as well. But the thing with Dr. Kwan and his research is it's been over 20, 25 years of intense research. And a lot of it will be kind of coming into what we're going to be working on. So to build a swing that is efficient but also safe is we got to go by these principles called the grandiose swing. Grandiose. Ground up, rhythmic, asynchronous, natural, dynamic, impulse smart, being smart with what kind of impulses we're using, orchestrated, safe, and effective. Grandiose. Each one of those, ground up, we gotta work up from the ground up to produce a swing that's efficient. The last part there, efficient. Rhythmic, we need it to be rhythmic and not a two-part swing. Asynchronous, we need upper body and lower body moving separately, but efficiently transferring momentum. Dynamic, we're natural, we want it to be natural. We don't want to be forced. Dynamic, we need to move in such a way that is almost innate to us of how to move and transfer energy. If I was to ask you to throw some mulch over a fence, you're not gonna go, ugh. You're gonna get down into it and throw it up, right? Throw it up over the fence. We gotta be dynamic. We can't be static. That's gonna kill your swing. That's going to really make it hard to produce speed safely. You can still produce it, you can still strike well, but longevity, we got to think about how can we make you more efficient and safe and still swinging faster. That's the goal here. So dynamic, then impulse smart. Having those impulses at the right time, not overdoing them, not exaggerating them too much. We'll go over that. Orchestrated, it's got to be put into a pattern that makes sense. We don't want it to be contrived. We don't want to be thinking about all these different kinds of things up here. The arms will come into play later, but we got to work ground up. Safe, that's what we want to build, a swing that is safe. Efficient, something that transfers momentum dynamically and well. So we're going to go through a bunch of different drills. We're going to try to keep it simple, and we'll keep building on these drills as we keep as I get feedback for one, but a lot of this is going to have to be individualized. And if we've gone over stuff together, you know what we need to work on, and this is just going to be a series of what to kind of remind you of what to do. So we'll go into the shift and turn, and then from then on, we're going to go into different dynamic drills.